shouldn't be free because should be free. Should be free. I think everyone can learn about history and culture. Example, students and family can visit more often. If museums are not free, how can poor students visit them?
I don't think so because the museum shouldn't be free because museum cannot can you repeat the question?
If museums are not free, how can poor students visit them?
How can poor students visit?
I don't think so because poor people should pay a fee because this need money to operate. We have the other solution to that's also the need to wait and museums are not free to rent. They need money for electric light or security. Museums also keep many old and valuable objects. If museums become free, they may lose an important source of income in the future. This could affect the rating of the museum. If museums do not have enough money to take care of their collection, how can they continue teaching people?
I think that the government can spend money to help the museum, have money to improve their artifact security and stuff. In my opinion, museums should be accessible to everyone because museums preserve history, art, and culture. If entrance fees are expensive, families and students may not be able to visit. Free museums create equal access to education and culture. This is the question. If education and culture are important for society, why should people have to pay to access them? education and culture are important. So why people need to pay to learn them?
I partly agree with you that the culture and history are very important, but I think that the museums always need money to operate. You say that the government can give you money, but I don't think so. The government cannot always give money and take care of the museum. You have to have your own money, and you have to keep the electricity, the lights, cleaning ovens, security, and more artifacts. I think the ticket price is not too high. Many people say the museum tickets are expensive. However, in reality, a museum ticket is often quite cheap. In some places, it costs about the same as a meal tea or a snack. People are willing to spend money on food, drinks, games, or shopping. However, some people do not want to spend a small amount of money to learn something new. The problem is not always the ticket price. Sometimes people simply do not want to visit museums. Making museums free will not suddenly make people interested in history or culture. If people can spend money to entertainment, why cannot they spend a small amount on education?
At the end, our team still thinks that every museum should have admission fees because we think museums can't operate well without admission fees to pay their operation costs. Tickets are cheap, and it is also expensive as a milk tea and some snacks. Why can't you buy the museum fees when you're willing to pay the same money just to buy some snacks and milk tea? Is the ticket really expensive, or do people simply not see learning as a priority?
I think that some people is so poor and some like they don't have job to do, so they don't have money to pay for their museum. So we conclusion think that museum should be free, because if the museum be free, the poor people can go to the museum and learn. Also, their children can go and learn about their culture. Moreover, free museums are good for the whole city. When museums are free, many tourists come. They spend money on food and shop nearby, which helps the city grow. A busy, happy city creates much more value than just selling a few tickets. The free museum can attract many tourists, especially foreign tourists. It's the important way to spread our culture to the world.